So today we're going to see if we can prep and dry some coconut. So we have coconut flakes. This coconut is one that I just opened in another video. You can check it out up here somewhere. I don't know if I'm pointing at the right place, but you can check it up on the card up there in the corner, hopefully. And so yeah, we split this coconut open. He was got a bit of a head injury, but we're gonna see if we can carve out some of this coconut and throw it on this other pan I've got back here and get it ready to go. Now let me note here, for everyone's safety, I am using a sharp knife. Be very careful when you're cutting things with sharp knives because you can easily cut yourself. It's important to always cut away from you and preferably not cut things in your hand because your safety is always the most important. So just like that, peels off there pretty easily. And we'll take off this back layer. I tried pulling the coconut open in the other video, as you can see if you check that card, and made my hands really shaky, so bear with me if I'm all over the place here. I didn't figure it was right to waste the coconut after we'd split it open, so there's a nice chunk. I'll cut that into smaller pieces here in a minute after I rinse it off. Now we've got this piece here, which is going to be interesting. I'm basically just going to try and slide my knife under the edge here, like this. And then hopefully I can get underneath it, peel it out. It's not going to be quite so cooperative, so we'll just slide in here and see if we can follow along the edge of this coconut. Yeah, that'll help. Just split that. Should be able to pull this out of there. So I'm going to finish peeling this coconut and then we'll be right back. So now we've got all the coconut peel, as best as it's going to come out, peeled out of the coconut shell. The problem we've got is the shell is made in layers, so the innermost layer comes off with the coconut. So we'll just take our knife gently across here and just peel it, kind of like you would if you were peeling a potato or an apple. Just gently. Again, I can't emphasize the importance of being careful enough, because you are dealing with a sharp knife and a potentially dangerous situation. So just work your way along the coconut until you've got the remaining bits of the husk pulled off, or the shell, I guess. It's kind of an inner husk of sorts. And it's very important not to rush this. If you rush this, you'll probably end up hurting yourself. Just carefully work under it. Slide the skin off. And then once you've got it all peeled, you can set it aside for rinsing. And I'm going to get the rest of these done and then I'll be right back. Once you have all of your coconut peeled and free of shell. You want to take it and rinse it all off because you don't want any of that shell or dirt or anything on your coconut after you dry it out. Once you've got it clean like you'd like, we'll go ahead and shave it into either shreds or however you want your coconut. So I'm going to finish rinsing this off and then I'll be right back. So now that you've got your coconut all rinsed off, so it's nice and clean, there's not any more shell or dirt or anything left on it, we need to figure out how to shred it or grate it, slice it, however you choose that you want to dry it out, so your end result is either shreds or flakes. Or for me, I'm going to go with flakes. It's a little larger than your typical shreds, and my reasoning on that is I don't want to fight with trying to make them tiny, and I think it'll still be small enough that I can easily dehydrate them using the oven that I have set over here. So, question now is, how do you shred this, or how do you make flakes? Well, I thought about using a potato peeler, vegetable peeler, because that would probably work. But we've got this small grater, cheese grater sort of thing, and I'm thinking using this slice side, I should be able to make decent flakes using this on an angle, since it's only 1/4 of an inch thick. So we should be able to just come in here across here again. You're dealing with potentially sharp blades, so be very careful. And you should be able to just come across here. And as we get a couple of these, they're still relatively thick, but it'll give us more of a coconut chip or a coconut flake. So I'm going to finish this up and I'll be right back. So we're back. We've got it all shredded. They ended up being about 1/8 of an inch thick, which is alright because I expect as they dry out they're going to get thinner. So it won't be an issue that way. So I've got them all spread out here on just a cake pan lid. Any pan really will do. And I'm going to put them into the oven at 200 degrees. And the timing, basically I'm just going to watch it until they're dried out. Maybe 20-30 minutes, hopefully. Because it's relatively dry anyway. There's a little bit of moisture in them, but not a lot. So we will put them in, and we'll be back when they're ready to come out. Well, after more time than I care to admit, some of them's dried out, some of them is not. I figure I'm just going to put them away for tonight and then I'll finish drying them out, but that's pretty much the concept. The problem I think here was that I had them too thick, so thinner would have been better. But they're not doing too bad, and they'll be alright overnight or until the next time I have time to work on them. And so, but that's how you make dried coconut flakes. So I ended up tweaking with the temperature and the time, and all in all it took me probably 1.5 hours or 2 hours to get to this point, but I was bouncing between 220 degrees and then down to 180 because it started to turn brown, and I didn't really want to brown it, I just wanted to dry it. So, but that's going to be it for this video. Until next time, stay random.